Sakesh. Sorry, you have to
Hi.
pronounce your name. I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrongly. Hello.
Hello.
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah. How are you doing? Hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
Doing fine. Okay. So, were you able to try out the issue yesterday?
Yeah, I checked it out. Actually, I haven't worked with open source ever before, so I was just looking how to raise the pull request.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. I can walk you through that in this call. Hi, Michelle. So I just pasted the meeting minutes on the chat. You can check it out and also put in your name there. So let me just. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing today? I'm not sure what to go. Okay, let me share my screen. Give me a sec. Confirm when you can see it. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
It is, right. Okay. So yeah, let me just settle in something. Then I'll pop up share again. But by the way, where are you currently? Sashi, right? I'm trying to pronounce your name.
It's Sakshi.
Okay, thank you. So where are you currently? India, or
Yes, yes, I'm in India.
so you said you've not contributed before, right? Let me go back to this. So give me a second. Let me try to close all my tabs. They're quite messy. Then I'll pop up share again. Okay. So I'm sharing right back again. Hi Vishal. If you can use the mic, that would be nice. Okay. So is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, welcome to this call. So usually we run this like every Thursday. So it's basically for, answering questions from newcomers that pop into the project, and troubleshooting and all that is there to do. So, and it's not strictly for newcomers. You can keep joining as long as you want, right? And yeah, my name is Ruth. And I know I've been communicating with you via the channel Saski, but I've not met Vishal, or I think Vishal has joined this call before. Am I correct? Because the name sounds looks really really familiar. So usually on this call I'll take you through the projects we have, but before that I would like to introduce yourself and like tell me your stack, so once I'm explaining I can like point out issues directly to you. That's fine. So I'll start with you, Sashki. uh, your name or stack, and yeah, any fun thing about you. don't seem to find the Zoom link. Okay, I thought I popped off initially. Can you hear me, Sashi?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. So, what's stack? You mentioned JavaScript, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
JavaScript, React.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, okay. Um, so for the sites we have, so if you can see here, these are like a list of all the website projects. On this particular place, we have like up to 5 sites running on GKL. So the Meshery site, the Meshery project, the site has it runs on GKL. Have you used GKL before?
No.
Okay, so GKL is like a static site generator. So it's basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it's not so complicated to set up or work with, right? So the Meshery site runs on GKL. Also, the documentation site for Meshery runs on GKL. And we also have the SMP service mesh performance site also runs on GKL. And also, there's a new project going on, Get Nighthawk, that also like runs on GKL. And you can find all the repositories. Like if you get to this, navigate to this document, the repository overview, you get like more details on each of the projects, um, on each, like both the front end project and the back end project. So I'm going to be explaining the front end project since you deal with like JavaScript, but I do not know about Visual. Someone just joined in. Hi, Jibril.
Hi.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
Fine.
Okay, so is this your first time on the call?
For the newcomers call, yes,
Okay, okay. What stack are you? Front end or back end or documentation?
the back end.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Have you made any have you contributed or sorted any issue out?
Yes, one. That was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Oh, that's nice. That's fast, right? Okay, so I was just explaining what happens on this call, right? And what goes down on this call, which is we try to like troubleshoot, explain, or take in any questions you have. So I was explaining the front end projects we have, which are all listed here. The Also the main site runs on Gatsby and Strapify, so you can also check it out here, Sashi. So for now, let me talk about a meshmate, right? So what a meshmate is okay. I'm also a meshmate, which a meshmate is a member of the community that that takes you through something like a mentor that takes you through all your that can mentor you to your first pull request, help you troubleshoot problems, like your go-to person, right? That's who a meshmate is. Hi Rashford, or how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, how are you doing today? So I'll paste this link again on the chat. I don't think I can't access the chat right now. So this link is accessible. So if you want to sign up for a meshmate, you just go navigate to this link and it takes you to the page I think this link has an issue, but it takes you to, let me navigate there now. It takes you to the meshmates page, and you can see all the meshmates we have currently. So you can sign up for a meshmate and get familiar with the Layer 5 project. So usually this call is recorded, right? So this call is usually recorded. So we usually, before now, we usually like do tutorials on this call on getting started with Meshry and uh other get started with Golang and some other tutorials. You can catch it up on the YouTube channel where like you can get um a whole lot of tutorials that have been done earlier, and you can catch up on that. So is there any question?
No, not really.
Okay. Sashki, can you send a link to the to the issue that you want to sort out, so I can just explain to you um what you have to do and how to send in your pull request.
Okay. Can I send you the one you sent me yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sending it.
So let me stop share for a moment.
I've shared in the chat box.
Okay, so now I'll navigate there and share again. Give me a second. I'll try to share again. Oh man, I'm having so much issues with my screen share. God. So sorry, I'm having some issues with my screen share. Oh, my phone is seriously hanging. Just give me a second. Vishal, do you have a question while I try to sort out my end? Okay, okay, that's fine. So let me try to share my screen again. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so Sashki, so this is the issue. It's a documentation issue. Add instructions for Golang CI links. So the current state is that currently the contributing guideline, it doesn't like specify the Golang CI links to be installed separately. It just mentions this. So what the implementation is, add the Golang CLI lint as a prerequisite for testing Go code in the documentation that's contributing.md file. So the first thing you have to do, Shashki, is just make a comment here that you want to work on this and somebody would assign the issue to you, right? Now, so
Okay.
the next thing to do is you fork. Let's go to the project. You have to first fork the project here. So you click on fork and it's going to create a copy for you, right? So when it creates a copy, create your own copy, then you have to clone this project to your local system. So on the contributing guideline, if you do not know how to clone, and everything is on the contributing guideline here, this contributing.md flow, or you can navigate to contributing dash git flow, and you get how to detailed step of how to add your remote and check out. But in case you encounter any error, just message me on Slack. But this guideline should guide you on everything to do. So back to that. So when you clone, assuming you've cloned this project to your local system, so you have to navigate to the file. Remember, the issue says add Golang links to the contributing.md file. So when you when you clone this project, you navigate to the contributing.md file, and you scroll down um, to the Meshery contribution workflow, right? So you have to add a prerequisite, which is Golang CLI lint, right? So add it as a prerequisite in this area. Sorry, in this prerequisite. So you have to add another number for Golang CLI links. So after you add this in as a number five, you now um, clo- um you now commit your changes. And also remember, in layer 5 we have
Did she go disconnected?
um, hello, sorry, my network cut off.
All right. No
Yeah,
worries.
sorry about that. Sashki, I was trying to, explain the issue flow. Did you get it, or you have some other questions?
No, no, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, so in case you have any issue, just let me know via Slack. Sorry about my network. It's been really very crappy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so is there any other question from either Sashki, Jubril, or Vishal, or Rashford? Any question?
Can you just explain like the whole this ecosystem of layer 5 and the projects going on in like little short context, because when we dive into the code base it will be little easier to get the context of what's going on.
Okay. Okay. So let me share my screen in a second.
Yeah,
So
like I what I presume like it's related to like I came into the Slack server Slack channel of layer 5 from getting to know from about it from the CNCF side, CNCF GitHub.
Yeah.
There were some issues mentioned. That's how I got to know. So I presume that it's also related to about DevOps majorly. Maybe if I am not wrong,
Yeah, cloud
Kubernetes and
native,
Docker.
and no, you're not wrong. Yeah, exactly. So Layer 5 is a service mesh community, right? We have it's related to cloud native environment and cloud native space. We have, if you go to the repository overview, if you check this document, you'd see a list of, sorry, he just choked. Hold on. Sorry, give me a sec. Sorry.
It's
So
okay.
if you go to this document, you'd see, yeah, you'd see a list of the front end projects and the back end projects. Although we have different service mesh projects, we also have front end projects, which are the websites, right? So most of the projects have a website, which I projected here. You can see the main Layer 5 website, right, which is maintained with Gatsby and Strapy. Then you see for the Get Nighthawk project, it also has a website, right? So aside the service mesh project, we also have like websites for each of those projects, which you can also help out within in the community, right? So that's like a brief on Layer 5 and projects, but you can always use this document to like get more details about what the projects are. So you can see the front end projects listed here, all the back end projects, the adapter dedicated project, and if you want to also get training, and there whole like this document just contains every intel about each project. So did that explain something to you?
All right. So is
Was
this
that clear,
a
or I need to?
is Layer 5 a
Yeah, go
CNCS
ahead.
graduated project, or is it, has it graduated
Yeah, I have the
already?
So
same question.
yeah, so currently there we are part of like CF, right? But I think there have been decisions to adopt some of the Layer 5 projects, right? There have been some decisions around that, but we also partake in CNCF stuff, and also participate in the conferences and thereabouts. But there have been decisions to adopt some of the main project measure from Layer 5.
So it's like
So does
CNCF
that answer your
incubating,
question?
not graduated.
Yes. Is there any other question?
What were the YouTube tutorials you were talking about?
Sorry.
You were talking about something on YouTube tutorials. What were that?
Yeah. So usually all the calls are recorded, right? So if you navigate to this, we have a YouTube channel where all the calls and all the tutorials that have taken place are recorded, right? So if you navigate there, you like see um, a list of the tutorials. My internet is really so crappy. I'm really so sorry about that. I've had like bad network troubles today. Oh, my screen is so. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically it's about the YouTube channel. You can like check tutorials and catch up on meetings that you missed on the YouTube channel. So is there any other question? Hi Precious.
Hi. Hi, Ruth.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So sorry, I've not been really available
Yeah,
for
that's
the.
perfectly fine.
Okay. Well then. So what are we talking about today? I came in like halfway.
Yeah, so I think yeah, I've gone through like the topics we had on the meeting minutes. So I'm just taking in questions if anyone has any question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So Rashford, have you been able to make any contribution?
No, not yet. I actually was learning Golang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you
I'm
can start with like the Meshi CTL project. It's really a new one, so you could start with that
okay. Mesh
or look
CTL.
for good first issues.
Okay.
Yes, Meshi CTL.
Is front end designed with
Yeah.
React? I also
Sorry.
have. Is front end designed with React of all the websites and the.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
website, the main website, is designed with Gatsby and so let me share my screen back
Okay,
again.
Gatsby.
Is designed with Gatsby. So this is the main sorry, not this. So this is the main website is designed with Strapire and Gatsby. So how do you actually find? I forgot to talk about that. How do you find issues on GitHub? So if you
Yeah.
navigate, if you look at this the top of this place, if you go to Good First Issues, we created like a search query on GitHub for issues labeled Good First Issues for that are really friendly for newcomers to hop in. So if you go to this link,
Yep. I explored a couple of them.
yeah. So if you my network is really very poor. So okay, so you'd see a list of you see okay. So there's one here that is a good first issue that needs framework is GKL. So we have some sites running on GKL, right? So it's about the footer misaligned. I think one of maybe Rajvot you might want to take this up. So should I send the link?
Of the issue.
Yeah.
Okay. I will explore. Send it.
Okay, so let me copy the link. So I'll send it right at the chat. So you can use this search, this place to like get up issues that have not been assigned to anybody. All you just have to do is make a comment under the issue, and somebody assigns it to you, right? So there you see there are a whole lot of issues that are good first issues that have not been assigned to anybody, and you can start working on that. And if you need any help, you can just Slack me or Precious, or you can put it up in Newcomers channel. We'll try to answer the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Um. Okay. Then that's fine. How about you, Vishal? Have you worked on any issue? Hi, David.
Hello.
Yeah, have you worked on any issue, Vishal?
Actually, I'm working on the CI integration, Cypress. Just I'm okay. First, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sharing the issue.
Okay. How is that going?
Can you open this
How is
issue?
that going? Okay, let me open it now. Okay. Oh, that's really nice. So you're working on this.
Yeah, actually, I'm take this issue, but I'm trouble to set up on this.
Sorry, you forgot to what?
Actually, I'm installing all the setup, but uh, I'm trouble to set up.
You're
Oh,
having
set
Can
up.
trouble
you?
Okay.
setting up.
So
Yeah.
what you help me do is you'd send a message in the Meshery channel, right? Under, or you can make a comment under this issue and tag Ram um, Ram Ramrodo. You can tag him, and he would answer your questions, or you make a Slack message on that Meshery channel, and somebody would really help because I do not have know-how on this issue, so I would not be able to help. So you can make send a message on Meshery channel, and somebody will definitely help you troubleshoot. Does that sound fine?
Yeah. One is actually I'm Cypress is already installed, but how to install the mesh tree on local system? That is the problem actually.
Okay, installing Meshery. Okay, so
Yeah.
on the YouTube, we have a tutorial on installing Meshery. So what I'll do, I'll send you the link. I can't find it right now. So okay, let me try to find it. So if you go to Newcomers, give me a second. Okay, so yeah, so we have now, so you can check out this we on this newcomers call. We usually had tutorials on setting up Meshery,
Yeah. Yeah.
and since they have been recorded, they are somewhere. So you can see there was a tutorial on contributing to Meshery. You can check out the slides here, and you can also check out the recording. So you can check out the slide, and you can also watch the recording on setting up Meshery. So does that sound fine? And if you have any more issues, you can also Slack on the Meshery channel. How does that sound, Michelle?
Can you share the links on YouTube? So this links installation.
Sure, I will definitely. Yeah, I'm
To add to
sharing it
that,
now.
can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There's usually a CI meeting, bi-weekly meeting. So I think there's one holding today, much later in the day.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you can get very good answers from if you join the meeting today. So probably you ask on the Slack channel what time the meeting is. Usually you get a Slack notification of scheduled time for the meeting, but you could just ask so you can add it to your calendar so you don't miss it.
Yeah, sure.
So
All right.
um yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Michelle.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
Okay, that's good. Um, so, Jibril, you mentioned you worked on an issue, right? Do you currently have another working on, or
Oh no, not right now. I'm still hunting for issues I could work on.
okay? So, Jibril, where are you located?
Nigeria.
Oh, nice. I actually thought you were Indian. Okay,
Oh
so
no,
where in Nigeria?
Ibadan.
He doesn't speak like Indians.
Ibadan. Okay, that's
Yeah,
How did you come up with
yeah.
that?
Like from the
I
name,
I also thought so at the
I
first.
Yeah,
yeah. So I guess the name made me think that. Okay. Hi David. I don't think can David. Okay, he's
I think
muted.
David left. Or is he still here? Okay, he's back.
Oh, okay. So I'll hang in for questions in case anyone has any questions or any issue. I'll just hang in here. Though, thanks for coming to this call and thanks for asking all your questions, right? Because if you weren't
Hello.
asking questions, I wouldn't be. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I'm interested in Figma. Can you talk to how to?
So you said you're interested in what?
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm interested in Figma. Can you talk with the master project?
Did you
In
say
Figma,
Figma?
Yeah, yeah.
oh, you do
Okay.
UI
So
UX.
Little bit, but I'm interested in.
Oh, you're interested in, it's not like you're into UI UX. Okay.
okay. Um, so we have a designer currently here in in Layer 5, and he's Austin. You can also message Austin. You can also Slack Austin, and he'll like help you. And one thing, right, if you are interested in design, you can join the website meeting that happen on Mondays, right? You know, you get more information on how to, because Austin is the only person currently, so definitely you would need help and he'll be glad to put you through. So Austin is the person for design, so you can Slack him and also join the website meeting and get like more information.
That's great. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So,
If you have any issues or you want to talk about something, just do not hesitate to just type in whatever thing you want to do on the Slack channel. You can write it on the general, or you check either of the channels that is closely related to the topic you want to talk about, and just type in there. Somebody will definitely um, send you a reply. So, like in relation to the Figma wanting to do design, you can just write it up on general that you're interested in Figma and design, so they could hook you up with the person who's in charge of it as well, right?
yeah, yeah. So, would hang in here if you feel free to leave if you want to, or I don't think David has said anything. So if you can use the chat also, David, that would be nice. You can introduce yourself and maybe ask a question, or if you need me to like go through everything once again, I'll be happy to do that. But if there are no other questions, I think yeah. Oh, hi, David. Have you worked on any of the projects, or any have you taken on any pull requests or anything? Oh, okay. So are you having any issues with doing that? Are you having any issues with working on a pull request on an issue rather, David? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. So I will not be seeing the chat. So Precious, if he puts any question on the chat, please let me know.
Okay, he said he wants to contribute to a React project.
Okay, so David, if you want to contribute to a React project, the main website Layer 5 is um, it's built with React. So this website, let me navigate. So yeah, so this website is built with React, Gatsby, and Strapy. So this would be a project you would love to start contributing to and take up on. So if you navigate to the GitHub organization, yeah. So if you navigate to the GitHub organization and click on Layer 5, so this repository holds this website, right? So this is repository that holds this website, and if you go to the issues, so here is a good first issue to work on, um, David. So I'll paste this in the chat. So this is about adding a tutorial. So Roldorf had a tutorial on Cypress some time ago. So we need to add it to the list of tutorials on the Newcomers page. So that's his blog post also. So um, you can quickly put on a comment here on this issue, and I'll assign it to you, and you get start working on the issue. And if you have any problems, you let me know. So does that answer your question, or does that sort your issue, David?
He said he answered this question.
Okay, that's great. Uh, Thank you for asking your question. So if you have any issues, David, just Slack me or Precious. Um, yeah, I would definitely try to answer your question. So is there any other question?
How is the Shikood Africa is it
Okay,
the
okay,
mentorship
they've
or
not,
something?
yeah, so they've not mailed back yet. So I've applied for that, but they've not
Okay.
actually mailed back yet. So once they mail back, we'll start setting up, yeah, for that.
Okay.
So is there any other question from Jubril, Tashi, Vishal, Ifot, or David?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Layer 5 was started, or the Meshi project was first started, like what was the motivation? It originated from CNCF. So like what was the problem that initially that we were trying to solve, and now that we have diversified here
Okay,
in Layer
that's
5?
like that's like a very smart question. but but right now, so I joined the R5 like that was last year towards July. So I wouldn't tell this story very well. So see what would happen. So we on Fridays we have the community
Community
call.
meeting, yeah.
Yeah, community call. So I would love you to, mention this question again because I really want to also know that too, right? I've never tried to ask that question. So I would love
It's
you to
tomorrow.
like, yeah, tomorrow,
Yes,
exactly. So
tomorrow.
Okay.
ask, definitely Lee will be so happy to explain this story to you, right? So that,
Yeah.
but that's like a really smart question. I've never asked it before.
Mm. I've always
But
been
to me, what it
wondering.
looks like right now is like the service mesh of service meshes, like to bring
Yeah,
your
Yeah.
other service meshes, oh god,
like a plug,
together.
something like that,
Yeah.
like a
So
plug
like
for
if you
you.
have multiple service meshes running on your
You could
cluster,
you could run them in the container.
yeah, like to
Yeah.
bring them together. But that's what it looks like at least.
Mm. That's actually what it looks like, but maybe the person who is in charge of the project will be able to give us like the full details on that. And I
Yeah,
think, yeah, and I
you would
think
explain.
after the project is being built, it's going to be donated to charity. So I think he mentioned that sometime in the call, in one of the calls,
Okay.
and I think it's almost due because the
Yeah.
project is like in the final stage. So it's been going through some verification from CNCF and other stuff. So very
Okay.
soon it will be handed over to charity. Then the proceeds they get to go to the charity.
All right.
But you
Yeah,
get full
but
detail tomorrow.
yeah, definitely please ask this question tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
written
Sure.
it down already in case you forget or you don't join the meeting. Then you'll ask me. But please do join. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Sure.
Great.
So yeah, so any other smart questions? Because there's a lot of questions today, which is really nice.
I'm tempted to ask how it works, but I think I'll save that tomorrow for tomorrow.
Right.
There's actually a document. Like there are a lot of documents on how Measure works and how to run it. It's been shared like several times on the website. I don't know if Fruit can navigate. On the
Okay, so
website is it's there.
let me let me share my screen again. Okay, so yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you go to measure.io, so yeah, so for mesh, like I said earlier, that usually these calls are recorded, right? So there has been a tutorial once for setting up Mesh. I think someone also I explained earlier to Vishal. So if you navigate how to get a link to that, if you navigate to layer5.io/newcomers, right? Oh, sorry. I think I spelled something wrongly. Community/newcomers. Yeah, not slash newcomers. Okay. Yeah, so if you navigate to this page and you scroll down, you're going to see a list of tutorials. So, and the first one, which is Introduction to Contributing to Measure, and everything about getting started. It's here. You can navigate here to the slides, the recording also. It was presented by VJ. So then back to Meshery site. So now
So,
this is the site dedicated. Go ahead, Precious.
okay, I don't know if you can navigate back to the newcomers
Precious, you want to say
community.
something?
Yeah, can you navigate back to the newcomers?
Okay.
Yeah, just down,
Yeah,
up,
so I'm
just
there.
scroll up to the journey map.
Okay.
Up. Yeah.
I think this thing.
Yeah, this is like a map. This map you
Yeah,
can get
exactly. I
some
didn't talk
real
about.
information on. Yeah. So this is like
So
for newcomers. I don't know anything about layer 5 or meshery. So you can just go through this map, then you find details and some documents that will lead you to whatever thing you need. Please go ahead.
yeah, so back to this map, you just click, all these are linked, everything here is linked. So you can start from the newcomers guide to the community guide to what a meshmate is and getting a meshmate, and to the newcomers meeting and repository overview. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so on Meshry, right, you can also check out the docs. We have a documentation dedicated for Meshry, and it runs on GKL. So you can, get introduction, a quick start, how to set up guides. There's so much documents here on getting started, right? So, but still, definitely still ask your question tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you want resources, here you get all the resources. And also there is okay, so we have trainings for, yeah, so if you go to learn layer 5, I don't think there's any for Meshry. Let me check. Sorry, I navigated to the wrong place. Give me a second. Yeah, so hands-on tutorial. So we have something about learn how to manage your service mesh. You can start the course. Yeah, so you can see there are a whole lot of Meshry with Istio, Linkerd, and console and every other thing. So you can also learn how to manage these like tutorials here. So you can also these are free stuff. So you can also look at this to deep down and dive into Meshry. So does that
Thank
answer
you.
the question? But
Yes, halfway.
yeah. Okay, so how can I join the Layer 5 internship program? Okay, so first there's GSOC. I don't know if you've heard of Google. I think we should be participating in GSOC, right?
Yes.
Precious.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so now if you let me share my screen again. I think I should just keep on the screen share, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Oh well. Can you guys hear me?
No, I can't.
let's put
Okay. I think anytime she's trying to share the screen, her network goes worse.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe she's trying to speak something. Voice is breaking.
The network
we
is
have a
been quite unfriendly.
page for yeah,
Hello, Ruth,
so
can you hear us?
can you
Oh, I think you
can
have
you
to
hear me
go.
now?
Yes, I think it's better now. I
Okay.
think you have to start all over again from what you were saying. Like
My voice is
we couldn't
breaking.
hear
Just
you.
give me a second. Let me change.
No, it's
Yeah,
better
you're
now. It's
right.
better now. It's
You're
better
right.
now. Yes.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
We can
Yes.
hear you. Yeah.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me switch. It's better now. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, sure. Oh, she just left. She just left.
So another question.
Okay.
I see on the Layer 5 Meshi repo that it's not supported on OpenShift. Like, why is that?
On the repo.
Yeah, like if you go, hold on, let me share the link.
Okay, see if you can share the screen.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was asking, like, why isn't it supported on OpenShift yet?
Red Hat.
Yeah, like, why
It's.
doesn't...
I think it is, but not fully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not fully. Please keep scrolling. Scroll. Let's see. Because I can see Red Hat on the website. I think there's one part of the website where there's Red Hat. So I don't know. Maybe it's on SMP. It might be on SMP website, but it supports Red Hat, but not like fully.
Thank you.
Okay. Um, who's sharing? Precious, I do want sharing your
Okay,
screen.
no. Please, Jabril, can you stop sharing?
Yeah,
All
I
right,
did.
stop sharing, please. All right, you can go ahead now, Ruth.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, let me continue sharing. So I have some message from Lee, but about well, I'll just hold on that. Just give me a second. Share. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's sharing, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So talking about the Layer 5 internships, right? Now if you navigate to community and open source internship programs, you'd see we engage in a whole lot of open source internship programs like Community Bridge, GSOC, GSOD, and we will be engaging in GSOC this year. So if you navigate to this page, you'd see project ideas for GSOC. So these are like the project ideas we have open for GSOC, and you can see the mentors written down here. And for GSOC, it's about like you write your proposal and send into the organization, and during the timeline period for review, your proposal is reviewed, and you get to know if you are going to be part of the program, right? But these are the ideas, the project ideas that are up for GSOC, three of them. So yeah, you can check this out, and if you are good to go, you start sending in your proposal. And if you need help with proposals, I can help on that. I can tell you what to do basically. So yeah, so does
You
that
can please
answer?
share the
Sorry.
link to this page on the chat box so they can easily navigate.
Okay, sure, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to paste it in the chat in a sec. So yeah, so this is it. this is that. So just in a minute, this call actually is for 1 hour, but Lee sent some stuff to me about the question you asked about the motivation for Meshi project, and I'm going to read verbatim, but you can still ask the question tomorrow. So he said, one, networking. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said, one, networking is hard. Cloud native networking is even harder. So devs and operators are largely networking dummies, right? Um, we all need as much help as we can get. Then number two, service meshes are positioned to greatly enable engineers with the power of the network, affecting security, observability, and the way apps are written too. So number three, Meshery's genesis was that of a learning tool aimed at answering the two biggest questions at the time: which service mesh to use, or what's the difference, and what's the performance overhead does to their use does their use in core. So summarized in one statement, Meshery's aim is to harness the power of service meshes and make them available to the rest of us. So yeah, so that was Lee's response to my question. I had to throw it in the chat. So how does that sound? Um,
Sounds great. At least it is. Networking
yeah.
is
So
hard.
yeah, I can really relate. Like, I think even with getting to 1 year, I'm still trying to wrap my head around service meshes. It's still very vague to me. Trust me.
I had to run away from it. Like I tried to install with I've forgotten this other one. What's its name? And I got a lot of stress. I couldn't sleep that night. I just dumped it and maybe
Service
when I
mesh
was
is generally a nightmare.
it's what?
It's a nightmare to install a service mesh.
It's not easy. You have to install this, install that, put this in, install
Can I
Kubernetes and
think Precious,
every
you're
other.
breaking it. It's so
Oh, okay. Is it better now?
yeah, yeah, it's better
Okay.
now.
All right. You have to install Kubernetes and every other. Oh no, it just cannot work on its own. You need to add some other stuff like containers and all those stuff. And it's even terrible if you're using a laptop that it's not really durable.
Yeah,
You find out your laptop
exactly.
it will start running like a machine, like you are in a factory. But
Yeah,
it's all
so
good.
that's like really true. So we've come to like, is there any other question that I can quickly answer before we end the call for today? And thank you all for joining.
Thank you for hosting
Yeah.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll see you all in Slack. If you have any questions, send me a message and yeah, I'll definitely answer. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Hi
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.